Can holding lower on your pole actually help you jump higher? We're going to cover that today. Intro time! Guys, welcome back to the pole vault vlog. You look good today. As always, if you guys like these, hit the little like button down there. If you really like them, hit the subscribe button. You might get all warm and fuzzy feelings. I know I do every time you click that button. My summer schedule is filling up pretty quick with those pole vault camps. You guys are awesome. As they become finalized, I will let you guys know, and then you guys can sign up for those too. Also, I am very aware that the season is almost over, and you guys are like, well, pole vault's over. That's not true. That's kind of what this vlog is all about. I like this shot. Your season doesn't end when the season's over. It ends when you decide it's over. You guys can keep doing training. I write training so you can continue to train throughout the summer. Speaking of summer, let's talk about some summer meets. If you guys want to jump on a beach, you can go to the Grand Haven Beach Vault in Michigan on July 14th and 15th. There's also a beach vault on July 29th through the 30th in New Jersey. Awesome. I love that place. It's right on the pier. It's right on the ocean. For all you California people, there is the famous Clovis Street Meet. They jumped down a street, guys. Pole vaulting down a street. There's also the Lacrosse River Vault. They jumped on a barge last year. I didn't go. In Wisconsin, that's on July 4th. The Milwaukee Vault Fest on July 22nd. Let's just call it Jumpin' Jammin' in Henderson, Kentucky. And then there's Vault in the Ville. I forgot, I'm not doing the dates, I'm being an idiot. So the date on Milwaukee Vault Fest is July 22. Jumpin' Jammin', I forgot to write it down. Look it up online. And Vault in the Ville is June 30th. Vault in the Ville is one of my favorite jumps. That's in Kentucky. It's one of my favorite places I've ever jumped. June 30th. Put that on your schedule right now. And then there's a pretty slick little cave vault. They've been talking to me about maybe coming out to that one on August 19th in Missouri, jumping in a cave. Guys, and there's a lot of other meets that I haven't mentioned yet. And so if you guys know of some, put them in the comments below so other people can find them too. And then we can jump all summer together. Well, I won't be jumping because I'm retired. My phone just went off. It said I'm not a raper, which is accurate. I have never raped. Okay, let's answer some of those questions.
Shawn, how do I know how do I know how to hold the pole and where the pre-bend is based on where the sticker is?
That's kind of a trick question because every pole puts their sticker in a different place. So here's the best way to do it. This is like a pole, right? Sorta. It's a pen cap. But every pole has a natural bend in it. Because you want to make sure when you plant the pole, the low end is facing up. Here, I'll make it even more. There, it's never going to look like that. When you plant the pole, you want to make sure the bend is pointing towards the pit. So if you plant it this way, it doesn't work very well. The pole's not made to do that, and you're going to go flying back where you came from, and danger. Unless your middle name's Danger, don't do it. Mine is. So I've done it a few times. And the way to test it is when you hold the pole in your hand, the bend will droop down. Grab onto the pole, and then when you roll it over and plant it, it'll be facing the right way. Don't go by the sticker because UCS puts it on one side, Gil puts it on another side. I don't know what Altius does, and I don't know what Essex does, but if the stickers are constantly changing, you're like, you can't go by the stickers. So test it every time. Make sure the bend is pointing towards the pit. Good question. Question 2 I've been getting a lot is, I'm telling kids to hold lower on the pole, I'm telling coaches to hold lower on their pole, and it just blows their mind. Like, what? I thought the goal was to hold higher on the pole. Well, yeah, but there's 3 variables. You know that you got your speed, you got your pole grip, and you got your pole weight. And you have to have a combination of those to make them work the best. And having too much of one without the danger again, guys. Danger. Here's a good example of how this works. Say you got a rubber band. Right? Rubber bands are stupid. Let's use a different one. Rain! Alright guys, here's how this works. This is a pole vault pole, right? Boing! This is a British pole vaulter. His name is Cheerios. Stupid joke, Shawn. The goal of pole vaulting in this meet is to fling yourself with the pole into my mouth so I can eat the delicious British guy named Cheerios. If I hold at the very bottom and I pull it back, I lost him. Cheerios! So I pull it back. Man, jumped right over my head. And another way to think of this is, if I hold the bottom and I pull it back as far as I can, it's gonna fling like this, right? I found Cheerio again. He was over there. It's not a different one. It's the same one. I swear to God. And now I lower my grip. And now I pull Cheerio back. Ow. Jesus Jesus Christ. I'm eating your family. I shouldn't be eating Cheerios because it's not healthy, but I used them for a video this week. I can't let them go bad. Holding lower on the pole makes the pole a little softer. It doesn't fling as much, right? So if you hold down on the pole, it'll actually fling more. Cheerio will fly way farther if I hold a little lower. Now, we'll talk about grip in a later episode, but that's how that works. So if I'm telling you guys you're holding a little too high, it's because you're just not getting anything out of the pole anymore. Hold a little lower. Bing, boom, bing. Be like Cheerio. Poor little guy. Got a little accident. You know what it was? It was a box collar, guys. Cheerio. Here you go, buddy. Oh no, you ate his sister! Alright, let's review some videos. Alright, the first video is from Seth. And he was telling me he really wanted to work on his step coming out a little bit. So let's take a peek here. Yeah, I see what you're seeing, man. So, I mean, the step's kind of a weird thing. The way I look at the step is everyone gets so nitpicky about the step, but in reality it changes, you know, plus or minus 3 inches on every run. I mean, it just moves around a little bit. So don't get too focused on it. But if he wants it to be out a little bit more, I told him to think about jumping before the pole touches the back of the box, or move forward 6 inches. And I know it sounds a little nuts when you see somebody under, but if you watch this last step, it's really long. So by moving forward, usually it makes kids cut down a little bit quicker so they can attack it. And if he thinks about jumping, nobody jumps with their foot in front of them. If they're trying to jump up into the air really high or far, their foot's right underneath their body. So yeah, that's what I told him to do. Move forward 6 inches and think about jumping before the pole, before you get off the ground. And I told him some other stuff too, but that was the big one he wanted to work on. Good jump, man. Let me know how it goes. All right, this one's from Andrew. Nice, dude. Hey, when I'm talking about thinking about jumping before the pole touches the back of the box, this is what I'm talking about. Book. Yes. Man, that's good. Oh. Yes, guys, do that. Do that all the time. One coach told him that he was swinging off the ground. I don't see that at all. Like, if you see someone swinging off the ground, you see their hips just get sucked forward first. And if we watch, no, it hits him in the chest and his whole body comes straight through and then his hips come. That's what I look for every single time. But he's just a little late on the throw with the swing. See how his arm stays back behind him? He swings really good and his throws come late. So I said, I want you to throw your arms just as hard as you're swinging. And that'll blow through that pole pretty quick. I love that takeoff. I could watch it all day. I will dream about it, but not in a creepy way, in a really cool, like, coach's way. All right, next video is from Chris. He told me he's getting back into jumping after a few years, and he really just wants to work on his plant. Because his jump is great. I love, like, he times up the pole well, he's aggressive. Those are, like, the 2 hard things to do. Most people are like, oh, I got a stick in my hand and I got to attack this box. It freaks him out a little bit. He's like, I'll do anything. And I told him if he doesn't want to get smashed at takeoff, he should just do 500,000 times 12 of those walking into a wall drills where you're just walking to the wall, pushing both arms up. Get used to that, and then once you can do that slow, add a little bit of speed, and then once you can do that, go into the pit, run full speed and do it, and then it's gonna be great. If you can add that plant with the rest of your gorgeous jump, it might be so good, Caitlyn Jenner might turn back into Bruce Jenner. Doubtful, but it could happen. All right, this is Teja. T-E-J-A. Teja or Teja or Teja. I am probably murdering your name. So let's take a peek at your little ball here. So what I told him is I want to see him think about, he's Michael Jordan, he's dunking from the free throw line and trying to dunk a basketball on the bungee or crossbar that you're jumping at. I see just a lot of kids get to the vault like right here and then they just hang on it. They just pull down on the pole. When your goal should be trying to push the pole up into vertical. And if you think about jumping and trying to dunk a basketball on the crossbar, pole's gonna move to vertical, you're gonna move to vertical, and you're gonna be in this hollow position that gymnasts dream about, and you're gonna be able to swing better, and everything's gonna look better, because all pole vault really is gymnastics with a stick. Yeah, you start there, man, and you're gonna be getting deeper in the pit and not feeling like it's stalling out. Bing, bang, boom. Caitlyn Jenner. Hey guys, this video is, my internet's going out because I live in the country. Cheerios. It's not loading this video from Coach's Eye. Guys, this vlog's not working. It's not showing up, but this was from Brian Vesey. And it would have been a great example because I could have showed... out of bounds. Thanks for sending videos. We're going to end there and end with my stupid joke. Sorry I only did 4 this week, but I didn't have an extra one as backup. Guys, that's it for today's vlog. We talked about... What else did we talk about? I can't remember what else we talked about. Rewind, watch it again, and then tell me what I was talking about because I went on a tangent. If you guys want me to run a camp with your school, I made a video about that. I will link it right here. And as the season's coming to an end, if you guys would like to continue training, maybe it didn't end, maybe your season didn't end the way you wanted it to, or maybe it ended exactly how you wanted it to, but you want to just be better. Try this Team Hoot training program. It's pretty slick, and it helps me keep making these, and it helps me keep making these. Let me know if there's any meats that need to be added. Please put them down below. All right. Life's meant to be experienced. Curiosity will get you there.
Ooh, yeah, yeah.